In a club, and they kicked me out, I'd be like, fuck you. My wife and I are both dead set. This is absolutely wrong. We will fight this to the death. Fight this to the death. Only the loser case.
I'm not playing in that circle.
Oh, that sucks. Even with the staggering legal bills piling up, the Andersons still plan to appeal. Be that mentally and emotionally manipulated and completely gone to be like, I don't care. I will pay anything to get back in that good park. Club for 33 It kind of makes you think there's some eyes wide shut shit going on in there. That feels like awful. Like they're like hiding something from us. If they're getting kicked out of heaven, I know. The Andersons do read like Lucifer getting kicked out of heaven. God's most beautiful angel. But you know, Lucifer, he's just like,
well,
now he's like sitting there and like he's like with all the other like Disney adult like trip pants on. They're just like, you'll regret this decision, Disney. There needs to be something alluring going on in Club 33. Why would he want to go back that bad? In 2023, Jeffrey Piccolo lost his wife Tank Swan after having a severe allergic reaction eating at the Wrangling Road Irish Pub at Disney, Florida. Tank Swan, being highly allergic to dairy and nuts, chose the pub due to its promise of accommodating patrons with food allergies. That is so sad. Oh my god. And also, the way we said that makes it seem like we're cooking how we cook it. After making actually Disney should get sued for that. If you have a deathly allergy and you tell the waitress even once, I have this allergy, and then they serve you something that has that food in it, you die.
Bro, this fucking bot, bro. This is like the worst play ever.
That waiter should be fired. Whoever fucked up on that line should be fired, and then that company should be sued. Getting her allergy known and asking for confirmation several more times, the dish was never made allergy-free. Tank Swan and her mother were shopping while Jeffrey dropped the leftover off to his room. During this time, Tank Swan began struggling to breathe, collapsed onto the floor. Quote, she self-administered an EpiPen and was rushed to the hospital. When her husband finally got to her, only a small period of time passed before she had passed away. The elevated levels of dairy and nut in her system resulted in an anaphylaxis. In response, Jeffrey filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Disney and the restaurant, but shockingly, Disney argued that because Jeffrey signed up for Disney Plus trial, Jeffrey signed up for a 1-month trial of Disney Plus, which requires trial users to arbitrate all disputes with the company. Are you fucking kidding me? So if you have Disney Plus and they get you burned, you can't sue them. Company lawyers also claim that because Polo used the Walt Disney Parks website to buy Epcot Center tickets, Disney shielded from a lawsuit from the estate of Polo's deceased wife. What? Yo, dude.
Fuck.
Here's a code. The subscriber agreement requires users to arbitrate all disputes with the company. This would mean that the damages for Disney would be much smaller, and I have Disney Plus. Most importantly, the hearing would be completely confidential and not resolved.
He's gonna start running. I don't care.
That's terrible.
Get my health back.
Is that why Disney never really gets bad PR? Because everybody just has Disney Plus? That's actually just such a con, dude. That's like such an evil play. He's unable to get any kind of compensation, all because the motherfucker wanted to watch the Goofy movie. Bigelow stated he'd never signed an agreement with the park specifically. Even so, the terms and conditions would not extend to his wife, and this information quickly became a PR disaster for Disney, as people had no idea that their legal rights were possibly being taken away in order to use a streaming service. This reads just like...
Wow.
Yeah, that probably makes it so much worse
15
for the company
years away from our fucking movie.
Go to work because your wife died because they just didn't fucking serve you correctly, and then Disney goes, well, actually, you signed up for Disney Plus, you're not allowed to do it. That's immediately hitting headlines. That's immediately, yes, you might be right, but now everybody's gonna hate you that has Disney Plus. Because of the backlash, Disney stated they would waive their right to arbitration and have the matter.
I know he's speeding. I was running out whole time.
Against the law.
I know this nigga is pissed.
He's asking for a handout, we'll give him a handout. You Disney. Bigelow is seeking $50,000 for wrongful death. 50 grand? 50 grand? Motherfuckers will sue like fucking $1 million if they get hot coffees put on them. Your wife died. Didn't give her the fucking right food with no allergies.
No, that didn't do nothing, bro. Oh,
no dairy and nut, please. Oh, is this have dairy and nut? No. Are you sure? Yeah. Eats die.
What the fuck?
50 grand? Bro, I'd be asking for $1 million.
Just doesn't do my move.
This needs a $1 million company. being like, yeah,
don't even do this.
Like, they're not even, it doesn't even make sense for them to fucking go against them.
Okay.
50 grand into Club 33.
Right.
People are seeking $50,000 for wrongful death, as well as a mental and pain and suffering, loss of companionship and protection loss of income, and medical and funeral expenses. You know what feels kind of weird too is it feels like in a way this guy loved Disneyland stuff. It doesn't even seem like he's even trying to like get more than what he thinks he deserves in this case. It just feels like a guy who's like, he's not being greedy. He's just like, I actually need this for whatever reason. If it was me, I'd be like, millions and millions. Also, never watching your stupid fucking movies again. The resentment I would feel. Maybe I'm just petty. Disney's just like, yeah, let me queef that out to you, and you're here to laugh, dude. We only make that every half second. Are you fucking kidding me? Or how about we talk about the woman who was banned from Terror Tower? Now we're getting into the good stuff, dude. I remember I got kicked off Terror Tower my freshman year. Because me and my friends did this. When they took the picture, and they kicked us off. They stopped the ride. Before it dropped. And then they were like, and they yelled at us. And I was like, wow, I'm getting yelled at by Disney workers. This is shocking. And then we left. And all the parents, dude, there was some dad. Oh my God, what a fuck. Oh my God, you know he just wears a Batman mask while his wife just gets
like, bro.
He was sitting there, he's like, yeah, why don't you guys act for her shirt? I couldn't say that, just me being like, dude, you're a pussy. And just fucking leaving. Like, it was dumb. Looking back at it, yeah. Putting my shirt over my head for the picture was fucking stupid. But, like, him getting mad about it was just like, yo, fuck you, dude. A woman named Denise Moody was banned entry from the Tower of Terror ride at Disney World for using it 2 minutes. She decided to sue the park for which you can get kicked off for being on it too many times. How many times do you have to go on it? Deemed as a medical necessity. How did she try to get that one going? If I don't know, on the Tower of Terror, at least, I don't know, 60 times, I'll have seizures. Denise suffered from abdominal adhesions, and that's why she has to ride it. This is when scar tissue forms between the organs in her abdominal area, causing her severe pain and nausea. According to her, the G-forces of going up and down the 199-foot thrill ride help break up fibrous adhesions in her.
Ever since I've been riding the Tower of Terror, I now have to have surgery once a year versus multiple surgeries a year.
So does she take time off of work to go ride the fucking Tower of Terror? Yeah, I can't make it to work today. I gotta ride the Tower of Terror 7 times in a row.
The G-forces going up and down. There's the G.
I mean, dude, yeah, but there's probably some, like, medical thing that you can do to fucking do that easier. Also, do you think she showed up to Disney World with the doctor's note? Here's to go to Disney World right now. You're to ride the Tower of Terror 125 times. There you go. Instead of pursuing practical remedies, Denise purchased an annual pass and was even able to land a guest assistance card, allowing her to access a special entrance and ride the Terror Tower dozens of times in 3 seconds.
Gotcha, bitch! Ah!
Every Saturday, all year round. So it's just like her weekly thing to pull up to Disney and just fucking ride the Tower of Terror. It's like not even for fun. She rode the Tower of Terror religiously, sometimes 50 times a day, every day. 50 times a day, every day.
Oh, shit.
Probably can't be safer. That's probably bad. Park had to reduce her daily limit rides to 4 rides per day. In a blind rage,
Grant Fisher! Grant fucking Fisher!
Freaking do cuss out Goofy. Leading to her sending of her guest pass, a ban from Disney property, and immediate removal. In response, Denise Moody attempted to sue the parks, but Disney simply stated her claims were without merit. Dude, what if she makes her own Terror Tower? That's how she dies. Well, a woman locally trying to make a 200-foot amusement park ride in her backyard. Moody couldn't have been happier in the time of her death. Or we could talk about when a disabled man got stuck on It's a Small World. Of all the rides we suddenly trapped on for a long period of time, is there any worse ride? I literally mentioned this at the beginning of the video, though, where you get decapitated. It's a small world. Oh my god, that'd be a nightmare, dude. For Jose Martinez, this musical hell lasted 30 minutes straight. When the ride suddenly broke down, repairs had to be made while riders were escorted off one by one. I mean, he's just on the ride while it's singing for 30 minutes straight. He goes on the news. I don't think I'll ever be the same. However, as was terrifying, Jose was paralyzed and required a wheelchair. There was no way to safely remove him from the ride. The one guy, and It's a Small World. I'd be fucking, if you like look back, you know what else on the fucking carts, I would start getting the illusion that shit was moving. Hello? Martinez paralyzed, but he also suffered from panic attacks and high blood pressure. The stress of the ride breaking down, coupled with a seemingly endless barrage of repeated music, resulted in serious emotional distress. No shit, dude. The condition was aggravated by Martinez needing to take a piss. He had to take a piss real bad. It's Tiny World is playing on loop in his head. He's seeing dwarves running around left and right. Goofy slaps behind him. He's having a borderline panic attack. It says Martinez was ultimately awarded $8,000 in damages for pain and suffering and for dissonance. It's a random amount of money, though. How do they determine how much they're going to get? Ability law violations, which I am glad he got the $8,000. Makes the guy who lost his wife with a nut allergy needed way more. If Jose's getting $8,000 for that, I'm not for having to take a pass on It's a Small World. Who lost his wife needs, millions. That is fucked. Or we can talk about the nacho cheese lawsuit. In 2011, a 4-year-old child named Isaiah suffered second and third degree burns after eating what was claimed to be scalding hot nacho cheese. I wouldn't have eaten the scalding hot nacho cheese if it was me. The family was taking their first trip to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, deciding to dine at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe. Bro, that's where I eat alone. I told y'all that story. After I broke up with my ex, freshman year, sad as hell. Everybody went out. They were like, we're gonna go to the fucking Animal Kingdom. I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna just chill. I just ate a fucking, I said Brooke. No, I started dating Brooke 3 years ago. No, I sat and ate like a pork sandwich. Just fucking sad as hell. As my kids' food being set down, the molten hot nacho cheese sprayed into the man's face. Wait, so he didn't even eat it? No. Like, welcome back, here's your food. It must have been at least 160 degrees Fahrenheit. It was stated in the court documents that Isaiah recovered completely from the effects of the injuries. A $50,000 settlement was requested due to the damages and extreme emotional distress. Give the dead man more money! I like how they were even like, he recovered perfectly. Here's $50,000. The guy who's like sitting there, he's like at his like wife's funeral plot. He's just like, things actually start pissing off now. She has several times for the food to be inspected.
Nigga fucking powered up.
There's no way that this is not their first rodeo move, right? Because also, you know what $50,000 feels like? It's like if you get $1 million.
Oh, get off me!
You don't have to pay like you got a big lawsuit with. It's like $50K. He's being honest. He just wants to trade back whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. Or we can talk about, in 1989, a lawsuit was filed. This is odd. Your life dies because of Disney and you only put buying at $50K. Like, I mean, it's more than the average American makes in a year, but not by money is very brought their 5-year-old daughter, Lindsay, to Disneyland, only to be falsely accused of stealing a $2.50 piggy bank. It's never... It's $2.50 piggy bank, dude. I have friends that would walk in and steal those pins that are worth like $30 a pop.
Nigga's so fast.
The security officer questioning. Lindsay glimpsed costume cast members walking around backstage. Felt costume heads. That's when the white girl found out that Mickey Mouse was a 50-year-old Mexican guy who was a stage job. You know what I mean? She's like, what? Also,
yo, get me out of there!
I mean, yeah, you might as well just lay it on him at that point, you know? Mickey's just a dude in a fucking costume. Yeah, you know, the Easter Bunny, 6-foot rabbit that lays eggs. A rabbit's a mammal! A rabbit's a mammal! You really thought it laid eggs? Okay. This shot
what the fuck?
Moments ago, she was
oh my god, this game.
Bro, I didn't even think like a 5-year-old would know that.
My nigga, I'm getting...
Finally, one million lawsuit for being wrongly detained and noted that their daughter